Hello, my friends. Quest for you is on. Yay, you're here, I'm here. I'm so happy you decided to join my podcast. It's episode 135. And today I want to switch it up a little bit. Just a little bit. In fact, I will try to do more of that this year. I'll try to get a little bit more creative with some of my episodes. Bring you a variety of topics that I think will help you on your quest for you. And as always, don't be shy to get in touch with me and let me know what you would like to hear more about. You can simply go to my website. There is a contact form on the bottom of the main page. It goes directly to my email, and you can just shoot me a note. You can just even say hi. I'd love to hear from you. I really do. So today's topic may even be on your goal list for 2018. I know lots of people that simply don't get enough sleep. I hear it from people at work and my friends all the time. I see their emails at 10:45 at night, and then I see their eyes the next morning. We all know how it feels to run on little sleep. And the older we are, the harder it actually gets to run. A cup of coffee turns into 2, followed by something that has sugar to help with the energy boost. And before we know it, we eat lunch at 10 and we are drained and exhausted by 3 p.m. Sleep deprivation can lead to insulin resistance, which translates directly to aging faster and storing more body fat. You can see this for yourself. If you observe your eating habits when you're tired, you can notice it. You most likely eat more and you choose less healthier food. So no wonder that a lack of sleep will make it much harder for you to lose weight. There are even several studies that I have seen that show that sleep deprivation encourages cancer, Alzheimer's, and depression. Dr. William Dement says, he's supposedly a leading authority on sleep research, that you're not healthy unless your sleep is healthy. So if you listen to your body when you're tired, you would agree to this statement. When I run on little sleep, I always feel like I'm walking beside myself. Like I'm not really inside my own body, but just somehow I'm throwing stuff into it to keep it going and make it through the day. But we also all know the other side, the one that I think we want to be on every day. And that's that feeling of waking up from a good night's sleep. You're refreshed, energized, and ready to take on the world. You're back into your routine of exercise and healthy eating and excelling at your work. You're back to being you. I can hardly function a day without good sleep. But I know there are people that do it for years. They have accustomed to living on few hours of rest. And when you talk to them, you often hear that they think they don't even need more sleep because the body is an efficient machine. It adapts eventually if you force it to wake up at a certain hour every morning. However, that doesn't mean you don't need the extra sleep. I'm not here today to convince you to sleep more, nor will I be able to tell you how many hours you should sleep, because I realize it varies by person and by age. There have been many studies conducted on sleep. You can read about them online. And there is not a set number you should strive for, but there are ranges that have been identified. And I read through them, and the minimum in all these ranges was always 7 hours. But instead of getting to a number, what I would like for you to consider today is this. Are you getting the amount of sleep your body needs to be at its best? That is the question you should really ask yourself. So let's first look at sleep and why we need it in the first place. We lose a third of our life sleeping, which is an immense loss of time considering how little time we have on this planet. So trust me, I'm all for reducing my sleep if I could. I would love to have an extra couple of hours in my day. I could get so many more podcast episodes written. But so far, we have not come up with a way to shortcut our body's requirements for healing and recovery. And that is exactly what happens during sleep. Sleep serves to re-energize the body's cells. It clears waste from the brain, and it supports learning and memory. It plays a vital role in regulating mood and appetite. A healthy amount of sleep is vital for brain plasticity, which is basically your brain's ability to adapt to new input. So if we sleep too little, we become unable to process what we've learned during the day, and we have more trouble remembering it in the future. Sleep also promotes the removal of waste products from brain cells, which is critical in preventing Alzheimer's disease. And I don't know about you, but Alzheimer's is the disease I'm most scared of because there's nothing, at least at this point, that can be done to halt it. Sleep is also vital to the rest of the overall health of our body. With a lack of sleep, our immunity is compromised, increasing the likelihood of illness and infection. So, I know you want to know, how do you know what's the right amount of sleep for you? As I often recommend when it comes to matters that involve our body, such as diet, listen to your body and experiment. Many episodes ago we talked about the optimal nutrition for your body. You don't need any book to prescribe a diet for you. Just test various foods and observe how you feel. And just because there's a list of the top 100 superfoods out there, it doesn't mean your body can digest them all. So just as with food, it's important that you pay attention to your body and assess how you feel on different amounts of sleep. And to figure it out, it's best to experiment. I did this on weekends when I didn't have a certain time I needed to get up. I simply paid attention to when I naturally woke up. This gave me an indicator of the optimal number of hours for my body. It doesn't mean I get 8 hours of sleep every night, but I can at least try to get near that number. The next thing you need to look at is your performance. Are you a productive, happy, and healthy human being every morning? And no, that's not too much to ask. That is what consistent amount of sleep does for me. My mind is clear, my mood is stable, my outlook on life is optimistic. I have strength for a morning workout if I needed it. I have a clear vision of what needs to get done, and I go after it. And that is the power of a good night's rest. And you can have that too. So look at your performance. Look at your health. Do you have health issues, such as excess weight? Do you depend on caffeine to wake you up and get you through the day? Do you have hunger cravings first thing in the morning? That is usually the body calling for energy because it doesn't get enough proper rest. And these are questions that you should be asking before you can find the number that works for you. Are you experiencing sleep problems, such as falling asleep or constantly waking up? Then sleep needs to be a priority and you need to address it. The number one recommendation I have for everyone that has trouble falling asleep is exercise. There are other remedies, such as herbal teas and supplements like magnesium. You can also try reishi mushroom extract to get you sleepy. But to me, there's nothing better than a hard workout during the day. This could be in the form of a good weightlifting session in the gym, an 1.5 hour hike up and down some steep hills, or a swim where I really push myself and challenge my lungs. After any of these, I will come home at night, maybe sit for an hour and do email or read, and then I literally crawl into bed, barely enough energy to turn over the covers and turn off the light. And I'm out. Exercising regularly has allowed me to sleep like a baby. Even if I miss a couple of days, it doesn't affect my sleep. There are also a few things that can interfere with your sleep, and you should be aware of these. Not everyone is sensitive to them, but if you struggle with sleeping, then start going down the list and experiment with controlling these factors more. One is the artificial blue light that's emitted by our electronic screens. They trigger our body to produce more daytime hormones like cortisol, and they disorient your body's natural preparation for sleep. Computers, iPads, television, and smartphones, they all emit a blue spectrum of light that can give you major sleep problems. You can change the setting to nighttime light on your laptop and phone, and you will notice it's a much warmer tone and an immediate relief on your eyes. I actually have mine on all day. Or, even better, turn off all screens a full hour before bedtime. Pick up a paper book instead and watch how long it will take you before your eyelids get heavy. And the best of all options? Get all the devices out of your bedroom. I never had a TV in my bedroom. I didn't grow up this way. And I actually see it less and less now in the homes here. So I know Americans are catching on as well. The bedroom is for sleep and other fun activities, but nothing else. Keep in mind that all electronic devices emit radiation all the time, and that can be disrupting your sleep. Number 2, The big culprit, caffeine. It's a powerful nervous system stimulant. And no wonder so many people love it, myself included. A good cup of coffee shifts me into high gear, and I get extremely productive. If your nervous system is on fire, you can forget about getting high-quality sleep. I once had an espresso at 4 p.m. I think I was up all night. So, set a caffeine curfew and don't drink coffee after that. Again, you may need to experiment and figure out what time that is for you. I am more sensitive to coffee than others. I usually don't have any after noon. Most people are okay until 2 p.m. But if you're having trouble sleeping, you may be even more sensitive than you think. Along with coffee, alcohol is extremely dehydrating. Since I started eating cleaner, I drink very little and never right before bedtime. Alcohol tends to wake me up. It has my mouth dry and my heart racing, and I am unable to get back to sleep. You may have found that alcohol helps you fall asleep, but it actually doesn't allow you to recover as much while it's in your system. Have you ever noticed the sluggishness in the morning after a drink-heavy evening, despite sleeping for 10 hours? Well, that's because it wasn't a quality sleep. Your system was busy trying to deal with a messy guest called alcohol instead of doing its regular cleanup work. So check yourself. Unhealthy habits often lead to unhealthy sleep. It's all connected. Number 3, don't eat before bedtime. This, along with exercising, are the magic keys to healthy sleep for me. Some people can eat a heavy pasta dish at 9 p.m. and go to bed by 10:30. I have noticed that any food, late at night makes me feel sluggish the next morning. So I try not to eat anything 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. If you have trouble falling asleep, you may want to try the same. Especially not carbs, which only spike your insulin. And number 4, keep your bedroom cool. I remember my mother would be on the extreme side. She cracked the window open back in Germany when I was little, in the middle of winter. The room would be ice cold, yet I slept underneath these feather beds like a baby. I'm not sure I could do this today. I can't even test it since it doesn't get that cold here in California. But something called thermoregulation strongly influences your body's sleep cycles. When it's time for your body to rest, there is an automatic drop in your core body temperature to help initiate sleep. High room temperatures can interfere with thermoregulation, as I'm sure you have experienced before, either in your home, if you live in a place where the summers get hot and your AC was out, or maybe somewhere in a tropical climate on vacation. Studies have found that the ideal room temperatures for sleep is around 68 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know, I can sleep at cooler than that, but if it gets hotter, anything above 75, then it may really cause some difficulty with sleeping. So I hope you found this episode helpful. Remember, to improve your sleep, you need to make sleep a priority. Stop treating sleep like a nuisance and give it its deserved attention. It's your body's time to recover. So get on board with your body. Find your sleep routine. Turn off the devices and go to bed. Ideally, the same time every day. Stop staying up late. It's not that cool anymore. Instead, go to bed when you're tired and get a good night's rest. And the next day, when everyone is fueling up on caffeinated drinks and sugary breakfast, you are rocking and rolling because you already got a good workout in, you finished an assignment, and you smile at everyone along the way. Make sleep an important part of your day, just like work and exercise and family time. Don't make it the thing that you do only after everything else is done. Stop doing other things so you get the sleep that you need. It's an important part of who you are and who you want to be. Your performance, your quest for you. It all is so much easier when you had a good night's rest. So get a good night's rest, maybe tonight. Much love. Talk to you next time.